Veterans. Mayor Britting here. I'm standing here with Committeewoman Catherine Payne. How are you?
Good, Mayor. How are you?
Good. Good to see you. Good to see you. So we're going to talk a little bit today about our veteran community and all the great events that we have for our veterans. And Committeewoman Payne has been leading a significant amount of veterans events for our township. We have about 1,300 veterans that live in Hillsborough Township. We are incredibly supportive of our veteran community. Our website has amazing resources, thanks to Committeewoman Payne and Administrator Ferreira and all the different groups that have worked very hard to make sure that the resources are there for our veterans. And this year, Committeewoman has set up a quarterly meeting, right, with our veterans?
Yeah,
and it's an informational session. So Committeewoman Payne is going to give us a little bit of an update as to what they've talked about in some of their previous sessions and what we can look forward to for that community as we move to the end of the year.
Thank you.
Yeah, you go.
So the information sessions, kind of a new ideation that I had when talking with a few of our select community members that are also veterans. And basically what it comes down to is there's so much information for veterans. How do we channel it and make it applicable at a granular level?
Right.
You can't hit every single veteran-supported website. You can't hit every veteran-supported agency even,
right,
if you just don't even know where to begin. And a lot of our community members, let's be honest, they're in that retirement phase or beyond. And they've kind of felt they've gotten what they could out of whatever services that they were getting.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to bring to them is more of a buffet of more.
Yep.
So the first information session was really just general. We kind of were getting our feet under us about what we wanted to present and things like that. But it was still very informational from a veteran, the VA level.
Yeah.
So we had the VSOs from Somerset County come. Peter Nimick and Gina Bryan spent 2 hours with us, very full hours, and just kind of went through all the services that their agency provides. And the good thing about the VSO organization is they're tapped into every other veteran organization.
Right.
So it's kind of a good one-stop shop. Some of our veterans knew that was available, some of our veterans didn't.
Right.
So it's a really good first refresher into what's out there in general.
Great.
Second time we had someone from so that was in March, and then in June we had someone from the state come and speak. We were supposed to have someone from the VA. Ironically, they didn't show. Not ironically. And so we had Demava come from the state. One of our very own veterans, Marco Laguna, works at Demava, which is the division, I'm going to butcher it, the Division of Military and Veteran Affairs for the state of New Jersey. So he was able to kind of bring a different aspect, some of the same things, but kind of at a different granular level.
Right.
One of the things, for instance, that we talked about was if you're a Purple Heart or a wounded veteran, you can get a placard that goes on your car that just kind of speaks to your disability and allows you to get free parking in paid parking spots or handicap parking,
right,
and things like that. So little things that mean a lot, right?
Yeah.
They have a big impact at a personal level.
Right.
Our next session is going to be a little bit more wider. We're actually having someone come to us from the Office of Aging in Somerset County.
Oh, nice.
So Josh is going to come. He's going to speak to us about some things because, again, we're not talking to just these elderly veterans. We're talking to their spouses and their family members and things like that. So we're trying to get them to understand we're here for the whole unit, not just the veteran,
right,
and kind of branch it out a little bit that way too.
Right, I love it. This is transformational thinking as to how we communicate with people, make them aware of all the different items that they have. And our veteran community has so much that they are dealing with that the person who's not a veteran doesn't truly understand what they're going through.
Correct.
And when you say those little things, and you mentioned it's actually very big for them.
Yeah.
So those little steps that we take that look little are actually pretty large. So, and really just thank you for doing that this year. It's just one of those years where we're trying to do as much as we can as humanly possible to advance everything forward. And this is just a really great, really good example of what good looks like as it relates to how we're helping a community within our township that needs additional support. So thank you for doing what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is personal for me, so a little bit selfish. My husband is a disabled vet. He's a Marine. And every male in my family has served. In something.
It's amazing.
So my grandfather was World War II, my uncle was Korea, my dad was Vietnam, my father-in-law was Vietnam, my brother was Gulf War, my brother-in-law was Croatia civil unrest, and then my husband served also during the Gulf War, not in the Gulf War. So it's just, it kind of all hits home, and I get it from all the aspects. But the information that veterans need to kind of sift through, it's so overwhelming.
Yeah.
And I feel like in a way there's this obscurity on purpose.
Yep.
So if I can help a smidge of that and kind of flashlight some of these bigger items for them to utilize, it's all worth it.
Well, thank you for doing what you're doing, and I know our veterans really appreciate it, and we'll keep moving it forward. So thanks a lot. Good
Absolutely.
to see you.
Take care.
All right. See you, everybody.